Okay. Format complete. Close it. Going over here to burn. There's my Unetbootin by Adriane Knoppix, and there's my instructions for how to clone the drives. Yes. I'm going to go down here to disk image. Over here. And we're going to choose Adriane Knoppix. Open. Say USB drive. Drive D. Click OK. Now it's going to go through and do its thing. I'm holding this by hand on my cell phone, so I'm sorry for the quality of the video. And you probably hear the boys in the other room screaming because they're playing Xbox. Yeah, some drives take, longer to write these files to. Some drives don't. It all depends on the drive manufacturer and how fast the drive is. But normally doing this part only takes 5 to 10 minutes. On the MTech drives, I've had it take almost 20 minutes. But it's copying the files over now. I'm going to try to keep this as full as real time as possible. To give you an idea of how long it takes. And the boys knocked over a TV. Yep, shut up. I don't want to talk to you. Okay, files are getting put over. It's installing the bootloader. It's done. It'll say restart now, exit. Now, your computer might not be set up like mine is, so you would exit and then shut down. Pull the drive out. We're going to start it back up here in a minute. I want you to notice how long it takes for Windows 7 to load versus what the Knoppix, the KTD drive does. And I got to remember how to get into setup on my computer. You have to set your computer to boot from the USB port. Now, the BIOS will not recognize the USB port to be able to boot from unless you have the drive in the computer. But you can't get into the BIOS with the USB port in on some computers like this particular HP. Can't remember if it's F10 or F2. Let's hit escape. Whoops. I screwed up. Okay, let's try F10. F10. F10 BIOS setup. Whoops, nope. You didn't do what I wanted. Cancel. Okay, we want to go to system configuration on mine. Yours might be different. Boot options. Now I have the boot order on mine. I have for USB floppy, USB CD-ROM, USB hard drive, SD card, then the notebook hard drive, and then the Ethernet. You're going to have to change yours around, your boot order. So the USB floppy, CD-ROM, or hard drive is before the internal hard drive. Okay, like I said, mine's already set that way. Yes. Exit. Yes. Alright, now we plug in the USB port. Boom, that comes up. Go down to Knoppix. Hit enter. This is a brand new drive that I just created. We're not going to set a permanence on this one because this is going out to somebody who sent me a drive. Test to make sure it boots. Boom! It's loaded. And it's similar to Windows. Now we're going to go down here and we're going to shut this down. I'm going to have to load it into Windows to transfer the files. Because like I said, the permanence is not set yet on here. And if I copied the files without the permanence set, it would wipe them out. But if I go in through Windows, I can write the other files to the system. And it shut off that quick. Now, pull the drive out, turn the system on. Just look how long it takes to load Windows 7. Like I said, please ignore the boys in the other room playing the Xbox. Still loading, still loading, still loading. No, I gave my son an old laptop you probably saw in one of my other videos where I pulled the hard drive and the battery out of. And all we used was a USB thumb drive. He used that computer for months until he knocked it off and the desk and broke it even further. There we go. I'm not going to show you my password. By now, the Knoppix would have been already loaded up and ready to go. Like I said, I apologize for doing this handheld. See? There's Windows 7. Actually, this is a stripped down version of Windows 7 because I disabled about half the things, you know, all the bloatware and everything on it, so it'll run faster. And I upgraded the RAM to the maximum on this netbook. But now we'll put the thumb drive back in. My antivirus is going to scan it and yada yada yada. But we need to okay, we're going to make two directories. One is for preparedness and one is for burn. And it will take several hours to write over all the files. But that's basically it. Well, like I said, this one, since he wants a copy of these files, just drag them over. You'll make a directory called preparedness, or if you get this, you'll copy the preparedness off of the drive onto your hard drive. Then you'll just drag it in to the new drive that you make, and it will take several hours. And I am done. I'm gonna get all the files written on this while I upload this video to YouTube.